Hello everyone, welcome, and in this video I'll be building my favorite Buzz website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And for the CSS we are going to add some styling and some colors, and for the JavaScript later on we're going to add some interactivity to that website. So kindly stick with me as we try to bring this website to life. So let's jump in and start. So as you can see, I'd already set my profiles that is in the HTML, and this is where we are going to add the layouts. And for the style of CSS, we are going to style our layout that we have already added using the HTML file. And when you come here, as you can see, this is the JavaScript file that we're going to use later. And I'd already extracted all the images and logos that you're going to use to the website while we will be coding along. So let's go ahead and start immediately. So I'm just going to grab my boilerplate, the HTML boilerplate, and I'm going to change the title to be this one. And I'm going to link my HTML together with my CSS file. So just type it in link. Then for the href, you're going to change like that. And for the body, so let's open this with the live server. I'd already installed the live server, so we're just going to right click, open it, live server. So this is it. So let's now go ahead and add some content. So we'll start with the navigation, and for the navigation you'll have a class of navbar, and we'll have some unordered lists. Item on the list, and on the anchor tag. The first one will have home, so we are going to duplicate this one according to the number of links that you will have. About us. Next one will have a class. This one will have print. This one will have print ticket. Ticket. So the next one will have gallery. This one will have side panes, stroke, register. This one will have privacy. So that's how they have. These are the nav links that we have. So when you visit the official website, let me rectify this one. So when you visit the official website, you get that when you click on these various links, you are taken to different pages, and in those different pages there are some content in them. So we're just going to do them the same here, and the next one. .html. Okay, so we are going to style this one using our CSS. So I'm going just to strip the padding away. just reset the web browser, and then we set it to 0. The margin, we set it to 0. And the box sizing, we set it to border box. So I'm just going to start and just grab the website logo. So grab the img tag. So this is the logo. So let's now come and style. Let's first see how it looks like. So this is the logo, and these are our nav links there at the bottom corner. So let's now style it using CSS. So you're going to use flex box here for the nav links. So display, which will be flex, and align items, which will be center. Justify content, which will be space between, and give a background color, which will be dark. Some padding of 25 pixels that will be top and bottom, and 30 pixels left and right. So again, let's now reduce the size of the image. As we had seen earlier, it was very big. So we give a height of 80 pixels, margin, sorry, not max resolution, but margin of 10 pixels, and cursor, I'll set it to pointer. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, so the website is coming. So let's go back. So let's now style the nav links here. So we are going to just write the class, which is this one, list item, list item, display, which will be flex, okay, have a gap of 10 pixels. Then the list style, for the dots, we are going to remove the property of removing the dots is called the list style. Set it to 9. Then we are going to change the color of the nav links. As we had seen, the color was blue. So we're just going to write list item color, which will be white, and the text decoration, which will be bold. So the text decoration removes the underlined line. So let's see. So these are how they are appearing. Font weight will have, which will be bold. A font family, which will be Arial, and the font size, which will be 16 pixels. So let me explain this one. So for the font size sets the text to a bit larger, and for the font weight, we'll set them bold, and for the font family, this one will change the font of the text in. So let's see. This is how they appear. So when we want to change the font family, let's use Giorgio. This one, they are appearing different, but this is not the font family of the official website. So let's use the official one, which is Arial. Okay. So let's proceed on. So let's see. Now we can see it looks nice. So let's proceed now to the inputs. So for the official website, you'll get that there are some inputs beneath this navbar. So let's go back to our index.html file. So we have the div. The first div, give it a class of div search. Sorry, div search, and we'll have the first input. And we'll give it a class of input, and we'll have a list, have from, and an ID. Sorry, and the change from, and a placeholder. So this is the text that will appear in the input, which is from. So let's see. And so this is it. Okay, so you're going to add another one, the input, give a class of input, and we have another one, should be type, should be destination, and a placeholder of destination. So let's confirm again. Okay, so let's change the text destination. Okay, that's correct. And for the third one, the input, we'll give it a class of input. The name should be date, and an ID again, just like for the first one, but for here we're just going to change the text, which should be date, and a placeholder, the text that will appear inside should be date. Okay, another input again. This is the last one. We might change this one like that, and we'll have a placeholder of return. We just delete the ID because it's not necessary for this one. So let's see. Okay, so this is how they are appearing, and lastly we'll have the button. So beneath the div, have a button, give it a class of search btn search. Okay, so it will just be set here. Okay, yeah, like that. So let's now come and style this one. Come now and style the inputs that we have. So we are going to start with the div search. For the div search, we have some padding of 20 pixels top and bottom, and 30 pixels left and right. So let's see. Okay, so they have moved to their original position, and they are here. So let's proceed on again. Set display will be flex, and the justify content, which will be, so let's just set it to center, and we'll give a gap, we'll give a gap of 20 pixels. So let's confirm. Okay, so that is too much. Let's reduce the gap, maybe 15. Okay, that's okay. So we proceed again to the inputs. So we have some, we'll give some padding of 15 pixels top and bottom, and 10 pixels left and right, and you give a gap of 10 pixels, some border radius of 5 pixels, and a border again should be 1 pixel solid, and you'll give a color code. Let's give a color code 227 427 7. So that's the color code, and a width of 30. Let's give it 30%, not pixels. Okay, so let's reduce the width again. Let's set it to maybe 25. Okay, so let's come now and style the search button. So we have search btn. Let's confirm if that's the same class we had given before. Yeah, that's correct. So we'll give some padding of 15 pixels top and bottom, and 50 pixels left and right. So let's see. Okay, a background color of maroon, but we will change it. We'll set it to give that color code. Okay, a border will be none, and the color, so this will change the text inside, which will be white. Font size, which will be large. Border radius of 5 pixels, and the cursor will change it to pointer. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, so let's try to type in something. So our inputs are functioning. Okay, so our inputs are okay. So let's go back and rectify this. As you can see, there's a black color here, and there's a kind of a gray color here. So let's go back. So let's go back and change. Maybe set it to 2. B5. Let's remove this color code. Set it to none. Okay, let's go back 1 pixel. Solid black, then come here. Let's see. Does it look nice? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So we can reduce it again just a bit. Yeah, that's okay. As you can see, our inputs are functioning. Yes. Alright guys, so next we are going to add the homepage picture here. So we are going back to our index.html file again. So we are going to have another div, give a class of slideshow. I'm going to grab the img tag, the homepage, this one, then grab another img tag, the second one. So let's see how they look. So this is the first image, and this is the second image. The second image, which is this one. Okay, so let's reduce them. So let's give this one a class of slide active, class of slide. So let's go back now. So for the first class, which was slideshow, let's slideshow. So we'll give a position of relative, width we'll set it to 100%, max width of 100%, sorry, 100%, not pixels. Height set to 400 pixels here, and overflow, which will be set it to hidden. Okay, apologies for that. So let's proceed. So let's proceed now to the first image, which is slide active. Slide active. We'll give an opacity, set it to 1, and a width. We'll set it to 100%. Let's give this the second one, which will be, we'll set a width of 100% again. The position, which will be absolute. We'll set the height 100 to 100%, and opacity of 0. Then the transition, then maybe the transition of an opacity, maybe 1 second, casing out. So let's confirm our results and see. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, now we move to the second part. So the images are the other image. So when you visit the official website, you will get that the images are always alternating after a few seconds. So for the first image, you'll see this one, and then after some few seconds you'll see the second image. So because the second image, we have set it, so we have given it a property of overflow, which was hidden. So we are going to do that, we are going to set that effect using JavaScript later on. So let's just proceed for now. So we'll have another div here, give it a class of feature container. Okay, that's okay. Give another div of class feature. And we'll grab the img tag of the first one, which is this one, VIP Kenya. So let's see. So this one, and for the text is VIP treatment we'll give the divider, we have another div as divide. So we'll come again, and add another div here as feature. Grab the img tag for the second image, which is first class. Let's see. So this is the second one. And the text, which is on board Wi-Fi. So we have, and beneath that we have another div plus divider, and beneath that again we'll have another one. So for this one, we set a class feature and an img tag. This one you're going to have, for the second image, I think it is power outlets, power outlets. So this will be for the text. And lastly, another div here, divider. This one will have another img tag. So we'll have another div for the last one. The last one will have feature again. Grab the img tag. This one will have legroom. For the text, we have extra legroom. So let's see. Okay, so let's now style this one using CSS. So let's go back to our CSS file. So for the first one, which is feature container display, we'll apply flexbox again. Display will be flex. Align items will be center. Background color will be this one. I think that's the correct one. 800, 8000. Yeah, that one. Then color will be white. Some padding of 15 pixels top and bottom, and maybe 10 pixels left and right. So as you can see, CSS is just trial and error. Just change download image. The img have download img, and the second one will have book. ticket png. So let's see the images. So these are our images. Okay, so let's go and style them. Download, display will be flex, justify content will be center. And for the images themselves, so this is just the card. We have just applied flexbox here. So download image img, set a weight of 40%. So here we're going to just create a gap of maybe, let's say, 20 pixels. Let's go back to our code and see. Okay, that's okay. Maybe let's reduce the gap to 15. Yeah, that's okay. So let's go back. So let's proceed on. So we are done with that part. So let's come now, create another div with a class of maybe card container, and you have another div class of card. For this one, you have an image. So for this first image, you'll have the save png. Let's see. So this is the image, and you have a text here. Maybe it can, instead of using h1, you can use maybe h3. So it's h3 for save. That's okay. And beneath the h3 you have a paragraph. So for the paragraph field that let me just type in. Have a break line. Yeah. To 25%. Wash balance in a single patches. Okay, so we are going to duplicate this one. Or instead of just duplicating it, let's just proceed again and have the okay, let's just duplicate it. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's okay. So we're just going to change the text and the images. So for the second image, we have multiple rows, and the text box says multiple rows. I'm going to change the text. activity. Kenya. I think this is the text if I'm not wrong. And for the other one we have credits png. For this one and credits. For the text we are going to have receive more than receive more credits during promotional account. So let's go and confirm. So this is the first one, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. Yeah, that's correct. That they are okay. Alright guys, so let's go back to our now CSS. So let's go back and find these ones so that you can come up with a beautiful text here. For this one, sorry, I forgot, you can have it to here, which says y as. So let's see. Okay, this one should appear at the top. Should appear somewhere here. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. So let's come card to image 2. Let's instead center the text. That property is called text align. It will be center. Sorry, container. Just come to that later. Container. Display set it to flex. Then justify content to the center. Have a gap of maybe 2 them. Margin bottom of 1 rem. So let's see. Okay. Let me remove the text. I'll add it later. Okay. Okay. Margin bottom of 1 rem. Let's put it like maybe 4 rem. Okay, you can see it's coming. So we come again to the card. We give a background of white color, then a border radius of 12 pixels, and some padding. Place some padding of maybe 2 rem. Then the box shadow. Box shadow will be maybe we'll set a property of 0 for pixels, 16 pixels, and we'll use a color code of 0, 0, 0 point, maybe 0.8. So let's just give some spacing in between here. Yeah, like that. Then we give some flex, maybe flex of 1, maybe 30 pixels, or maybe, yeah, let's see the 30 pixels first, how it will look like. Let's use 3, maybe 300. Let's reduce the gap, maybe of 1. Okay, let's use accept. So a background color of whiteness, let's change it to maybe this color here. Okay, not yet. Container, another div again, img. Can have this one here. Maybe this will be the parcel delivery. That will be the img tag for the parcel. So let me go and check the image name, like I saved it. So let me go back to my files and confirm. So for the parcel, we have this one, our roots, that one. Beneath the img tag, we going to have h3, this parcel delivery. Then for the p tag, we have the deliver parcels to all towns in the country. So that's okay. So let's go back and see. Okay, we have this one. So we're going to duplicate this one. Then it just change. So this will have fleets. So for the fleet we have for the H3 sorry, I had forgotten our roots. So for this one we'll change this one, this one, our roots. We'll change this one to fleet. Sorry, fleet, and for the H3 of fleet again. For the text we have VIP, 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 let me confirm it first. The image has been updated. Okay. For this one it'll have fleet PNG, so let's see. Yes, that one. So that is our VIP. On board Wi-Fi, power outlets, and extra legroom. For the VIP, they have VIP, that's true, and also for the extra legroom, that's true. And then for the other one, we're going to change IMG. This one will use maybe the H5. The H5. So the IMG, let's see how I saved it. Routes PNG. Okay. Routes PNG. Then for this one, for the P tag for the text, operate in Tanzania, Kenya, and provide the best customer service. So let's go back and see. Sell. So let me rectify this one. Sell delivery. Let's see. Okay. Sell delivery. So we are going now to style this one using now the CSS. So we'll go back to our CSS file. So let's go here. Container. So we're going to use now grid, not flexbox now. We're going now to use grid. I'm going to apply this property, the grid template column, and set it to complete. When we have our brackets here like this, set to auto fit, the min max maybe 250 px, that is pixels, and 1 fr for the fraction. And also we'll have maybe you'll add the property of gap of 20 pixels. Apply some padding of 20 pixels again. So let's go back. So let's go to our web browser and see. Okay, not looking good. So let's proceed on again with styling. H4 should be our services. Let's go back and see. So here it is. So let's go back. Sorry, and style it using CSS now. H4 text align maybe. I want to apply the line, but font size be large. Okay, font weight. The font weight should be bold. Let's see. Yes, that's okay. You can add this one a larger. That's okay. So then we come to we can add the font little Arial. Okay, I think that's okay. Then I'd forgotten to add the background here, so let's come and add the background color. It will be, we're just going to change and give it this color. Okay, let's change it again. That's too much, a bit of red. Yeah, I think that's okay for me. Then we come to the now the first and the last images, then we complete the footer. So for this one we have the images. You can give it a class of maybe Google, maybe img. Get the image tag. This one is Google. Second one is App Store. So let's come and see. So here are the images that you have. So let's come to the CSS file and try to style them. Down. We could set it to maybe 20%. See. So I just deleted them because I noticed that they were not reducing according to how I want them to be. So you give it a class of app logo, and we'll grab the img tag. The img tag will have to this one, the second one will have app store. So let's see. So this is how they are appearing. Okay, let's come to CSS. Logo display will be flex, then justify content will be flex that padding of maybe 25 pixels. When you come to the images, the display will be set to block, then we'll apply a width of maybe 150 pixels and maybe a height of, let's set the height to default. Let's go back and see. Okay, that's okay. So let's add another one. Okay, the second one will have a div class of maybe all trick. We'll grab the img tag again. This one. So let's add the second one. Should be all trick. Let me go back to my files again. I'm gonna confirm how I saved them. So this is it. PNG. So this is the first one, and the second one, which will be whole. So you'll just go back to the official website and see. Here it is. So you copy the image address and paste it in our website there. So yeah, so this is the image. So let's go back to CSS. So you have a class of voltip. So display will be flex, just using a flex box again. Then justify content will be, now we'll set it to flex and not flex that. So like that, then we'll have a padding of 5 pixels, and maybe we'll apply a gap property of maybe 50 pixels. So let's go back and see. Okay, so again we'll click now there for the image display. Set the display will be block and width of 150 pixels. Set the height again to auto, the default, and then the margin bottom will be, let's set to 20 pixels. So let's go back and see. Yep, so that's okay. Margin bottom, let's reduce this one to maybe 10. Okay, let's retain it to 20. Okay, so we are almost coming to an end for the first page. So let's now go back and add some now to the footer. Now for the footer, we'll have maybe a div. So we'll have footer here. Give it a class of section footer. So we'll grab this small tag, and we have 20 star all rights reserved. So let's go back and see. So here it is. So I just deleted my okay. So let me add something for that footer. Come here. So you can maybe search the so this is the one that I need. So it's called the copyright. So you can come and add it in our HTML there. So let's go back to our code. As you can see, it's added here. It's this one. So let's now come to CSS, start the footer. By some padding static itself, background color of 160, take 160, fine. That one. Let's see. Okay. And text, we have the text align, it should be center. So here it is. So let's come and change that one. So that is, then you come and change this text here. Section footer small, cannot set it to white. Yeah, content loaded. Content loaded. Okay, a variable here, select slides, document dot query, selector one, slide, the dot there. We are going to set the current, select the current at 0. I'm going to set the interval. slides, current class list to remove slide active. So if you remember, these are the classes that we used for the home page of the images. So the current current will be +1 and slide length then slides again, current dot class list dot add slide active. Then we set this one, give 4 seconds. It's okay. So I think my code is correct. Rain is the current that we set. Why is it that okay? So this one have slide. So for this one, we're going to use the DOM. To use the DOM and some variables. So we're going to start straight from the document dot add event listener, have DOM content loaded, and we'll give it a function later to where the code will be executed. We'll create a variable here. The slides will be document dot query selector, which will be all. So if you remember, these were the classes that we used for the images, and we are going to select the current. The current will be at 0. We set the interval timeout. So for the interval timeout, we'll give a function here again. The function slides, set the current class list, and we will remove it. Remove slide active, and set the current again. Current, which will be +1, and slides get length, slides will be current class list dot add maybe the slide active set. So this was the second class, and here now we're now going to set the time, which will be 4 seconds. So I hope my code is correct. So let's go back and see if the changes have taken effect. So there's no effect yet. So let's come back to our index.html file here and set this one here. Yes, that's okay. So you can see the images are changing. So this is the first one, then the second one. That's okay. So alright guys, so we are almost coming to the end of this website. So now we are coming to these pages. So we have these pages here. So when you see, when I click on these links, some pages are there. So we are going to add content in each and every page, here, in each one of them. So let's come back to our code editor. So we'll create a file here called, the second file was about us. So we'll come about us.html. So this is the file, and immediately we'll grab our boilerplate. We are ready to start adding some content in this page here. So let me change the title. To bus website. Then we are going to add the link to our CSS, just like we had done earlier. Then we'll grab the anchor tag, which will be index.html, like that. So let's go back and see. So as you can see, we are not getting the error that we were getting in the first place. So which means we are ready to go and add some content in our page here. So I'm just going to grab the nav. We are going to grab this one, copy, and add it in our body here. So as you can see, the date is. So this is the first, this is the home page. When you come to about us, so let's add some content now. Okay, we come now. We have a div, give it a class of Basker. Grab the img tag. So this is the image that we'll be using in that page. So let me, so the height is, and we have some text in there. So beneath we have the h3, which will be about us, the p tag. So I'm just going to copy and paste the p tag, the text. I'd already saved it here. So let's copy. So this is the text that we have. So this is the text. Let's go back to our website and see. Here it is. So let's come to our CSS file, which is this one. So we are coming now, so we will add a comment here. Add a comment. So this is the comment about us. HTML. So we come now and start styling the image together with the text. So we'll use flexbox. Display will be flex, then a gap of 20 pixels, then align items will be flex start. We have padding of 20 pixels. Then for the image, width, we apply a width of 50% and a height which should be default as auto, and a padding of 20 pixels, 10 pixels. So let's go back and see. Okay, let's increase it, set it to 50%. Yeah, so there it is. So we come to the text now. This is where's the text that we had added, the h3. So for the text here, the h3, the font family should be Arial, the font size maybe larger, and the color will be black. The margin, maybe the margin top of 20 pixels. So let's see. Okay. let's put this one to 20 this way. Pixels. Okay. This is the file that we are getting. So we are ready to add some content in this page. So let's come and grab our file, our home links, our nav links. There. So let's come. Here it is. So we come now to our page and add some content. So we have a div here. You can just write a comment here. Here for this one you have the contact page. Class of contact container and a heading here of the class of contacts which will be contact us. Then we have the form. Why is this not settling? Okay, we have the form. We'll give a class. A class of contact form. Have the first input. We'll give a class here, not the name. Meta class. Contact input. Here this one is a placeholder. The placeholder will be name. So let's see this one. So here's the first one. Okay, so let's proceed. Have another div here. We have another div of class contact. Give this one just to make it different. Then you have an input here, not the name but the class again of contact input. And maybe the placeholder here. The placeholder will be country code. Another input. Another input of another input of maybe the class. So contact. We will have the placeholder in place of the ID. That's okay. So let's come and see again. So we have the name country code, and this one will have phone. So let's see, there it is. Okay, then we'll come now to the CSS file. But before we go to our CSS file, let me add other inputs again. For this one, we'll have email, and we'll give it a class of contact input. Sorry, contact input. Placeholder of email, and then we have an input again. Have a class here, a class of contact input, contact input, and a placeholder of subject. Then we will add the last one, which will be the text area. The text area, which will add just a class here, contact text area. Then have the placeholder, which will be message. Then lastly we can add the button. So let me just come at the bottom here, button, the type submit, and the text inside, which will be submit. Then you have a class again of contact btn, just for the button. So let's go to our website and see. So here this is how it looks like. So we are now going to style this one using CSS. So let's go immediately to our CSS file. So we need to start with the contact container. We'll have a width of 100%. Max width will be maybe, let's say, to 800 pixels. A margin of 40 pixels top and bottom, and auto should be left and right. Padding of 0 top and bottom, and 20 pixels. We'll set a border of 8 pixels. We have font family of Arial. Then you come to contact title. We set font size will be 28 pixels, and margin bottom will be 20 pixels. So let's see how far we've come. Okay, you can see some changes, but not yet to where we want to be. Okay, we'll continue. Have the text align, will set it to maybe left. Color of this one will be kind of black and a mixture of gray. Have contact again, form, display the let's use flexbox. Flex direction will be column, cap, let's sorry, apply a cap of maybe 15 pixels. So let's go back. Okay, some changes are coming. Contact, import, contact, text area. So we'll come again, add a width of 100%, padding of 14 pixels, top and bottom and 16 pixels left and right, font size of 16 pixels, apply a border of maybe 1 pixel, solid and white. Let's see first how it looks like. Okay, solid white. Let's change it to black. That's okay. So we come again, contact form, fields, we'll use flexbox, display will be flex, flex wrap will be wrap, we'll apply a gap property of 15 pixels. Let's see. Okay, that's okay. So there are some changes here that are taking effect. Okay, let's go back to our code again. Continue styling it up. Fields, contact input, give a flex of 1. Let's see. Okay. Now do a contact text area. We're going to resize it. It will be vertical, margin right of 150, let's say 120 pixels. Let's say okay, that's okay. Max width, let's use the mean height of 150 pixels. Let's see. And the max width set to 100%. Okay, let's use this property. Okay, that's okay. Let's now come to let's now style this one, the submit button. Contact we had given a class of contact btn. Okay. Contact btn, give a margin of top of maybe 15 pixels, margin of 12 pixels top and bottom, and maybe 24 pixels left and right. Background color of B13, B13, that one. That's the color code. The color of the text will be white, and maybe the font weight will be bold. Font size will be 16 pixels. The border, we'll set it to none, and the cursor will be pointer, and maybe we can add some border radius of 4 pixels, maybe some transition of 0.2 seconds is, and then later on transform to maybe 0.2 seconds is. So let's see how the contact btn looks like. So here is it. So we can maybe change it, the color, give this color code. Okay, that one looks okay, but not perfect. Let's reduce it again. D1, D13, maybe 1B, 1B. So it's going here. Okay, let's move this one. Okay. Maybe the background color B1B, maybe 31, then B1B. So let's check. So let's check this color. I think that's okay. So we're going to change the text. The color will be white. So let's come. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, alright, we are almost finishing this page. So let's continue adding some content and styling. So we're going to add some pseudo classes to this contact btn. So the contact btn, a hover state, a background color of maybe 91114, and transform. We give a scale of 0.003. Maybe there another one. Use another hover effect to the contact input. That's the hover effect. Sorry, the hover, not after. Then you're going to transform and you'll give a scale of 1.02. then a border color of maybe, let's set it to black, maybe a box shadow of 0, maybe 6 pixels, RGBA. We'll give a color code of 17927 again, maybe 27 again. Let's see the color that will come, and maybe 0.2. So that's the color code. So let's go back and see. The effect has not taken place, but for the contact. So as you can see, when we hover through the submit button, there are some changes that have taken place. So let's proceed. We have to come to a contact input and the contact text area, which is this one. Then I'm going to transform is it transform or transition, and it will transform to 0.2 seconds till is, and a box shadow of 0.2 seconds is maybe a border color of maybe, let's say, black. So let's go back and see if the changes have taken effect. Okay, let's give it maybe gray. That one. Okay. Okay, where's the problem? So we are going to put the offices for this part. Have points. So we have a div here. Give office contain, have another div here. Give a class of office and the tag. So we'll grab the link to the logos. So let's come. So here is the link. I'm going to paste it here. That. And we are going to write here a class of this class here. The building icon. Yeah, that's correct. And have an h3 here. It will be maybe the first attribute. I have office one and have the B. The P tag which will be 07 172 7 stroke 07 31 33388. So that's okay. So let's come and see. Okay, this is the first one here of this one. So what we're going to do, we are just going to duplicate this one. So we are just going to duplicate this one while changing the H3s and the Bs according to how the website is. According to how the website is, so I'm going to duplicate this one here. So we have duplicated that, so let's come and see. So this is the duplication, so we're just going to change them according to how they are appearing in the official website. So we're just going to the official website here just to make work easier, and copy the second one, come to our code, this is the second one, the number, come and erase the number, the third one, phone number, and the fourth one, so we are just changing the texts. Might take some time. I'm just changing the text here. Changing the text. Next one. is the second one. So let's see. Okay, I have this other one and this one. That one is going to duplicate. I think that's okay. So those are the test of the certificates. Those are the duplicates that we've done. So let's now come back to our CSS file. Back to our CSS. So we have, so here are the headings, so the CSS of the offices. So here's where you're starting. So you're starting the office container. I hope that's the correct one. Office container, yes. So we'll use grid now, not flexbox. Display the grid. Then grid template columns will be set repeat. Auto, maybe the auto fit will be min max of 250 pixels and 1 fr. The fraction tiny of the gap property of 40 pixels. Maybe the max is of 1400. So we'll just see how this one looks like. Maybe a width of 100%. So let's go back and see. Okay. So we come again. Office. That's the class. Office. Text align the center. The border bottom. Maybe 1 pixel solid. White. With some padding. Bottom of 20 pixels. And for the icon. Font size 30 pixels. pixels. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, so as you can see guys, this is our code that we have already written for the offices. So let's come to styling it one by one. So we'll grab the office container. We'll set to display. Display will be grid. Then we are going to use as the grid property, which will be grid template column, and we'll set to repeat. And inside the brackets we'll have 4. So they'll be in 4 rows, 4. Then 1 fractional. That's okay. I think that's correct. Then we'll come and add some gap, a gap property of maybe 30 pixels top and bottom and 20 pixels that will be left and right. The max width of 1200 pixels. So margin will be 0 top and bottom and maybe auto left and right. So let's see. Okay, let's proceed on. So we come to the office, this one here. Now the texts align will be center and some border bottom of maybe 1 pixel and solid, and we'll give a color code of maybe 0 ed 0 ed. I think that's correct. And then have some padding. Let's give it some padding bottom of maybe 20 pixels. Then have the I tag for the icons. So yeah, office. Let's confirm first the class. So this is yes, office I, the I tag. So we'll have a font size of maybe 32 pixels, a color code of maybe 0. So that's the color. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, so we'll come and rectify this color later. So let's proceed on. Of office and h3. So let me give it a class here. So you have some font size of 16 pixels. Maybe a font, you have some font width of bold, so it will be a bold color. Maybe some margin of 10 pixels, 0, maybe 5. Let's set it to 4 pixels. Okay, then come and put another property called text, maybe text transform, which will be uppercase. So let's go and confirm. Okay, I can see that's okay. That's okay. Then you can have maybe the p. You can style the p, the P tag. the office. So I have a font size of maybe 14 pixels, color of this is black, and the margin of B0. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, you can have a margin of maybe 5 pixels. Okay, that's okay. So let's come and change the color of these lines. So here, give it a head, or let's just copy this one like that. Yeah, that's okay. So this is the footer that you are trying to place at the beginning. So this is the contact page. So next we are moving to the next page, which is print ticket, this page here. So let's get rid of this error. So let's come to our file, create another file, print ticket.html. I'm just going to change the title to site. Just come and copy this. Okay. The anchor tag, which is the index.html. The CSS link, which is style.css. Then you come and grab the nav links, these ones. We do the same. So let's go back and see. Okay, so we have this one. So the print ticket. So let's come now and add some content, the print ticket page. So we'll come and add some. Let's first write some comment here. The print ticket. We have a div. I'll give it a class of ticket icon. And we'll have another div, which will be, sorry, I don't think if this one will work out. Let's change this one, ticket, and the next one will be the ticket container. So we'll start from there, and this one I will have, so with the div class of now the tickets icon. Then after beneath that, we can have now image img tag of the ticket icon. So I'm just going to draw to check on my ticket, the ticket link, print ticket is just I'm going to open it. So here is the link that I'll be using. So we're just going to come up here, just like how we did in the print in the contact one, have that one there. Then we will come and add some heading, or we can add the heading or but let's use the heading. For the heading we'll have h2, and we are going to add maybe print ticket. We'll give it a class of ticket, maybe title. I think that's okay. Ticket title. And we have the form. The form will have a class of ticket form. So let's come and see. So it is. So let's come again and proceed on. So we'll have an input here. So in this page we have an input, just like how you have been doing so far. Add a class of maybe tickets, import, and maybe we'll have a placeholder here. Maybe we have the tickets number. Just leave it at that point. Then we have put another div here. Give it a class of tickets form, maybe group. Okay, I think that's correct. And another input, and for this one we'll give a class. This one will have maybe the small. The placeholder will be we can have country code. And we have another input with the same small, but a placeholder of one here, and a class. So we're going to write a class of the ticket input small. So we just changed it like that. So let's go back to our website and see. So this is how it's appearing. Okay, so let's come now let's go to CSS and now style. So I'm just going to write some heading here. So this is for the hint ticket HTML. So we are going to start with the first one, which was ticket container. So we have the text align, the center. Let's see. Okay, and we move to the text icon. And then the img, we just will set the image later to 80 pixels and a height of 80 pixels. Then maybe we come, which is the next one. The next one was ticket title. Ticket title was can have some font size of maybe 24 pixels, and margin maybe 20 pixels, top and bottom, and maybe 0, left and right. Okay, let's rectify this. Okay, that's good, that's okay. So the ticket and the form, if I'm not wrong, that was the class. Let me confirm. Yeah, ticket form. Then we set it to display will be flex, and the flex direction will be set it to column. Align items will be center. So let's go back and see. Okay, so it's coming. So let's go back to our print ticket.html and see the next class that we'll take. So this one, ticket input. So the ticket input, so the width, which will be maybe 300, we'll set it to 300 pixels. So it will be kind of extend the full width of the page, but not fully. We'll add some padding of 10 pixels. Margin of maybe 10 pixels, top and bottom, and 0, left and right. Then we have the border radius of maybe 5 pixels and a border of 1 pixel, which will be solid and a white color, and maybe some font size of maybe 16 pixels. So let's go back and check it out. Why is this not visible? Okay, let's go back and rectify. So okay, there, yeah, that's okay. So we just change the color, so I think that's okay. So the next one is going to be ticket font, the ticket font group. So we come and write it down here. Let's reduce these spaces. Ticket and the ticket font group. So just like the section, we are going to have the images that we are going to display here. So you have the first div, give it a class of maybe a square grid there. Then you have a sorry, I don't know why the dialog keeps coming. The div here, so we'll give it a class again, maybe let's not start from there. We'll come and grab the img tag for the images. Okay, let's just start from where we go. This one, luxury, the first one will be bars like that. Grab the ing tag. So we are going to duplicate this one. So for the second one, we have give it this class. The third one will give this. We'll give it maybe Mombasa. Sorry, Mombasa, Nairobi. And this one will give it maybe Malindi service. And this one will give it maybe Kampala. Kampala is a connection. Kampala connection. And this one will give it maybe Kenya, Uganda, or Kenya, Tanzania. Let's use Kenya. Uganda. This one I have maybe Nairobi. Contact. And for the last one we have this one. I have Mombasa. Mombasa. You can set it to so we have this one. So we are going to grab the first one. Actually, this is the first one. The second one. The third one. The 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Lastly, we have 9. Okay, so these are the images. So let's go back to our web browser and see. Okay, these are the images that we have that we accept. So for this one, we are just going to use grid, not flexbox. We'll use grid for styling these images. So let's go ahead and style them using CSS. So we are in gallery page. So this one we'll call it gallery. So I have this one, the first class. Display will be, we'll use grid. We'll use the property grid template columns. We'll set it to repeat. And then it will be 3. So they'll be in 3 columns. And the functional unit will be set it to 1. FR. So we come again and give maybe a gap of maybe 15 pixels and justify content, maybe center. Okay, that's correct. So we have another one which the second class is maybe okay. Set it to pass. Grade. Give it a div here. So overflow. Set overflow. Why is it not coming? Okay, sorry. Okay. Overflow will be hidden. Then transform, so transition, then transform to maybe 0.2 seconds, then is, then give a border, maybe a border radius of 3 pixels, a border radius of 3 pixels. So let's check it out how it looks like in our web browser. Okay, almost there. So again, we are going to have to add some pseudo classes. So this one, then the div, the hover state. So to transform the translate y-axis, which will be negative pixels. Then the images, the img tag. Display, we'll set it to maybe block, a max width of 100%. Margin, let's set it to 0, top, bottom, and outer. The default, which will be left and right. Border radius of maybe 12 pixels. And transition of maybe transform of 0.4 seconds is. So let's go and check it out. So this is how they are appearing. So as you can see, when you hover through the images, there's an effect. So this is CSS pseudo class. So again, as you can see, this is the effect, the CSS pseudo class effect called the hover effect. So let's proceed again. Grid and the div, maybe the hover effect again, img, maybe transform, give a scale of 1.05, then we maybe scroll, set the grid again. Let's go and confirm in our file. Okay. So let's go to CSS now and try to create these images. As you can see, this is how they are appearing. This is how they are appearing without the CSS format, as you can see. So let's go and style them using now CSS by using the grid format now, not the flexbox, but the grid format. So let's go back to our CSS file. So set it to grid, display the set it to grid, and the grid template columns will be set to repeat 3, so they'll appear in 3 rows, then one fractional unit, maybe a gap of maybe 15 pixels, justify content will be center. That's okay. So let's go come and see. So the design is coming. Okay, let's proceed again. So our overflow which will be hidden, then transition, transform from maybe 0.2 seconds, change is, then we'll apply a border radius of maybe 3 pixels. So let's go back to our website and see how this one is looking. Okay, not bad. Okay, let's proceed again. So you have the grid, then give a div and put pseudo classes, the hover effect. You transform it and then translate to maybe -5 pixels. And maybe this one, copy and the display will set it to block, the height be set to auto, margin will set it to 0 and auto. So 0 top and bottom and auto, left and right, and we add and we'll add some maybe some like grid column is set to give it a span of maybe 2. So let's see how this one looks like. Okay, let's reduce it again. Max width of maybe 100%. Yeah, that's perfect. So let's give some padding to the first class, the parent container, which is this one, padding of maybe 25 pixels. Yeah, that's okay. So this is the pseudo classes, the hover effect. Yeah, that's okay. So we're coming now to the footer. And the footer, as always, like we do, we come again here, copy this and add it here. So that's the footer there. That's okay. So right, so we're almost coming to an end. So we come now to create a new file, the privacy.html. We grab the boilerplate here. This one is just site. This one we did not change the title. that's okay. So then we come and grab these nav links. We come to this page. Inside the body, as always, for the link, for the style.css and the anchor tag, the index. Then let's come and see. So here it is. So we are ready to add some content for this one. So we can just come and add something here. Maybe yes. So we grab this. So we grab the two statements. Actually, let me eliminate this one. So let's come back and see. Okay, let's just remove this one first. Like that. Okay. Then we'll come later and this is the text. Below you can have another div here. The text says notice. So notice. So let's come back and check. Okay, there it is. So I come and grab this one. We can use the H1 just to match the design. Yes, like that. Have the P. That's the paragraph. Then you come to this part. So let's delete this one. Okay. Then you come to the second one, which is consent. Have another div here. So consent. Consent. This is the text. And you have this one here. I have access. sorry, h1. Next, hide the content. The UL tag, that one there, and come this one, this one's and you have security. And add there. So this one, notice to parents. H1, here it is, the H1. This one, move. You can just write like the H3 there, enforcement. And sorry for the enforcement, there's another one different. Sorry, not even a div, but p tag enforcement. And this is the enforcement text. So for this one, I just write the H1. Yes, the H1. Let me put that. To the next one. And the P. We have the H1. They are a bit many, but we'll get there soon. The P. Customer profiles. H1. that's okay. Minimum that is left, yeah, this one. So this I need to put it in a div. Like that. So let's come and see.